Hi Virgo, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your weekly tarot check for the week of June 14th through the 21st of June here. This is for all Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I hope you're all well. And I want to thank everyone who has been supporting the channel by watching readings and leaving lovely comments, liking videos, and subscribing. And if you're new here, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. If you want to be notified when new videos are posted, you can tap the bell. But I post every week at least. Now, in the next couple days, I will do a more in-depth mid-month reading. That'll be coming up shortly, so you may want to check back if you don't want all the notifications. But let's get the guidance here for Virgo. Guidance, please, for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is for Virgo. All right, let's see what is going on from Flag Day to Father's Day here for those of you who celebrate it. Either of those. So again, remember, we're dealing with sacred mysticism here and trying to make some structure using a human timeline. So we'll see what we do with that, but we'll go day by day. So Sunday, you have the Knight of Swords. Monday, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Tuesday, you've got the Five of Swords. Wednesday, you've got the Devil. Thursday, the Queen of Cups. Friday, the Four of Pentacles. Saturday, the Nine of Cups. And then you've got the Ten of Wands here on Sunday. So I definitely can see where you're going to have some kind of a conflict. You have somebody in here that's like very bossy. There's a very, very bossy energy this week that comes in. And we'll get into this here in a minute, but you've got Capricorn, you have air, so Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius here. You've got water too, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But it feels like it could be with somebody that's an air sign to me. But on Sunday here, you know, be aware of this, okay? This is somebody who argues for the sake of arguing. They really do. This person's very agitated, feeling like they're just not in a good place. So this is where tarot can be very handy because it's predictive in nature and you can use your own free will. So if you see this coming, if you see a fight coming, you do not have to participate in it. Don't attend every fight you're invited to. That is exactly what this feels like. There's going to be somebody here and they've got like a real ramrod approach about them. They don't care. And like they're not somebody who apologizes easily either. It doesn't feel like a love interest as much as it's like some friend or acquaintance. So if you're in a relationship, it could be a friend of your significant others or a cousin or something like that where they're definitely associated. It's not a complete stranger. So be aware in the preceding days too, what kind of interactions are you attracting? You know, if you, find that wherever you go, people that you necessarily don't want to see or seem to be there, work on shifting your vibration so that more positive things come into your awareness. But be aware of that. So Monday, you do have a bit of a lucky streak here. This is the Wheel of Fortune, and it always turns in your favor, okay? This brings in something good for you. There may be some jealousy around you. That may be a piece of it too, especially if you're in a relationship or a new relationship. There may be some people around you that are quite jealous of it. And I don't know why they wouldn't want to see other people happy, but you know that exists in the world. So if that's you and you know what I'm talking about, there's somebody here that just doesn't like it. So there is a Abraham Hicks, if you've ever watched any of their stuff or read any of their books, Jerry Hicks wrote a paper that said keep your ideas to yourself until they're fully developed, and basically until they're manifested. I feel like that would be important for you because if you're excited and enthusiastic, you've got inspiration coming in. You've got something moving forward, and if you're not careful with it, you're going to have some naysayers that it's just not worth your energy to hear this, to hear their opinions. This is also, too, the Wheel of Fortune represents the fixed signs. So it's Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. So certainly could be somebody too that you're dealing with in one of those signs. But it's like, this is like a good luck charm. Take it. You know, I love it when this shows up. It's like, oh, good. I wonder what the universe is going to deliver. So that's Monday. So really a nice start to the week. On Tuesday here, you've got the Five of Swords, and the fives are a change, okay? So I feel like that saying comes true. You don't have to attend every fight you're invited to. I feel like this is you walking away, not being interested in it, not wanting a conflict, and going about your merry way. And that would be your best interaction with this energy. It will serve you. It will keep you from saying something that could be used against you. And there won't be much after that. I do feel like this person on Wednesday here, you've got the Devil. It's either you or them, and it might be more you, is a little bit obsessive about the interaction because it pisses you off. I mean, that's what it is. It's like, I can't believe, and, it's that kind of energy. And it's okay just to kind of let it go and let it flow, and know that everybody is on their own journey, and some people aren't as spiritually ascended. And in some cases, when that happens, they're just not meant to be with us, especially those of us who work on understanding our spirituality, who foster a connection with our higher source, with source energy. And there are going to be people that will show up and they're just not a match. So it's okay to let them go. It does feel like there's a bit of a bond, though, that it's maybe not quite as simple as that, where there's just some kind of obsessive thoughts around the situation that are difficult to let go of. However, on Thursday, so those of you that are coupled up with somebody, they may be a great resource for you, where they're just kind of a soft place to land with the Queen of Cups. This is very nurturing energy. It's motherly, but technically there's no gender in the tarot, so that's the energy of it. But it could be it could be a male. I feel like there's just great emotional support around you. So if there's been somebody who has been condemning and just volatile, you'll be supported well with this. For some of you, I don't get a huge sense of meeting new love this week, but it does feel like overall, you're going to end up having a nice energy around you. So on Friday here, you've got this Four of Pentacles. And for some of you, I do feel like you may be a little bit closed off to offers. You may have people who are interested and you're just not interested in them, and that's okay. Obviously we don't want to, if we don't have the connection to them, do it just for something to do, right? So, for some of you, it's going to be important to open yourselves up to possibilities. And especially if you're holding on to something, it's time to let go. There's a lot of good videos and stuff out there on Buddha and the work of Buddha and letting go and how that is so helpful for us. But it's definitely about not wanting to just go with the flow and accept things, not wanting to transform. So with that, though, on Saturday, you do have the Nine of Cups. Very different energy than the Four of Pentacles there. So with the Nine of Cups, this is definitely wish fulfillment, but it's also a time of, happiness, but it's not, oh, I'm terribly sorry, my dog barked. I apologize for that. He usually is okay, but he's got these two little white dogs that come by and they really bug him for some reason. I think it's because they hang out in the yard, and anyway, sorry about that. So with the Nine of Cups, you're going to be sitting pretty. I do feel like whatever happens with the conflict, you've got a desire for a resolution. You don't want that hanging out there. It's happiness, but it's like not quite completion. So for some of you, you are on the right track, and you may be feeling generous on Saturday. You may send somebody a little gift in Venmo or something like that, or make a donation or give a good tip. I know a lot of people are more inspired now for service providers. I mentioned I have a dog, and he went to the groomer, and I made sure to give a tip. I hired some people on Fiverr and made sure to give tips and things like that. And I think a lot of us are doing that, but some of you too may be on the receiving end of that. So if you're in an industry where you could be getting tips, you may find that people are just a little more generous knowing that work has not been stable. So it's just a really nice energy. Now on Sunday you've got the Ten of Wands, and with this Ten of Wands, the tens in the tarot can definitely be about burdens. And it's just a time where if you've been working too hard, it's time to lighten the load. It really it is a time to just kind of put down the burden. And if there's something you can do to alleviate that, like advocating for yourself, speaking up, or just saying no. No is a complete sentence. So if there's somebody that wants you to do something and you just don't have the energy to do it, don't. Take care of yourself. And this is also Father's Day too. So for some of you, if you have conflict with your dad or there's another situation, it may feel a little bit heavy. So knowing that going into it, this is again why the tarot is beautiful. You can avert that. You can decide, I don't want heavy. I don't feel like heavy energy. I want light energy. So I'm going to make sure I do some things to do that for myself. I'm going to do things I enjoy. And, invariably you could say, I didn't have a Ten of Wands Sunday. I had a Ten of Cups Sunday by doing that. And I think sometimes too, I'll get to this in a second, sometimes too people follow the tarot and they follow the guidance of it and then they go, oh, it didn't work out the way it said. It's predictive in nature, but it's useful. It's a tool. So do that. It doesn't matter if it's me reading it or somebody else on here. Allow that to be your guide. All right, enough of that. Sorry, but it's so important to me that everyone understands that. So this Virgo is an oracle card to attract more love into your life. You are limitless. You can do anything you choose. Very true, and that's going to be a nice companion with Abraham Hicks here, Money and the Law of Attraction. I can set my own standards for financial well-being. Once you're able to achieve and consistently maintain your personal alignment, a great deal of money will flow into your experience, if that's your desire. Do not let others set the standards about how much money you should have or about what you should do with it, for you are the only one who could ever accurately define that. Come into alignment with who you really are and allow those things to flow into your experience that life has helped you know that you want. So, and that's why, like for you, because you tend to be organized, if you had an inspiration to start some kind of a side business, organizing for people, or even cleaning service, something like that, do it, because you're limitless and you've got a good head for business, but you've also got a very good head for organization. And who knows, that just came in at the end and I thought I'd say it because it could be relevant for somebody. So anyway, I am happy to do this reading. I'll be back in a couple days with a mid-month full Celtic Cross reading, a little more in depth. And I hope you all stay well. I love you so much, Virgo, and I'll be back soon.